What would world look like with global enlightenment?
As I told you, very often people think of Kalki as an individual, but that is not what is mentioned in the scriptures. Kalki actually refers to a group of people who go about transforming the world. So you all must work together with the common cause of helping man, making him enlightened.
Yes.
Each must become enlightened, must become a leader. To me, there are only leaders, no followers. You are a leader, he is a leader, anybody else, or she could be a leader.
Yes.
And I believe in the golden age, there's not going to be much division. Still, there could be the so-called wealthy man, the so-called poor man, but then he's going to share his wealth. You see, once you're enlightened, you cannot hold on to your wealth. You could be wealthy, but you can't hold on to it.
Yes.
That is it. I don't think there will be political leaders. I believe there are different kinds of democracy would come into existence. Like the Senate might not pass a law. They might discuss in the Senate. It might become the entire nation to vote. There could be very advanced electronic systems. So the purpose of Parliament or the Senate could be to only educate the people. The ultimate decision would be with the people. So I think democracy is going to be very different. So there will be no leaders. Because I have seen here in the villages, I don't know if you could meet them, people, ordinary villagers who are enlightened. Today they speak like sages. If you ask them, how do you speak, were you taught? They would say, no, the state is talking.
The awakened one stays with the what is. The unawakened one keeps moving away from the what is.
More than the actual action, see the intent behind the action. Sri Bhagwan. Sri Bhagavan's quotes. The structure of thought is to compare. Life is a journey. Sri Bhagavan.
Secrets of Success. Sri Bhagavan says, different people give different meanings to the same life experience.
Sri Bhagavan, can you please explain how do we manifest what we fear?
Let us learn this through a real life story. Once in the United States, news went around that a serial killer was hunting down a lot of people, and people were warned against entertaining strangers in their homes. Totally oblivious of all this was an old lady who lived in the suburbs of a town all by herself. It was a rainy evening, and all of a sudden, someone walked through her door. Woken up from her peaceful slumber on her armchair, the old lady noticed a man standing in front of her, armed with a club and all wet. She looked at him through the candlelight and said, "Son, you must be cold and wet. Warm yourself." The man was confused for a few moments, but dropped his club and sat near the fireplace. The lady again said, "You must be awfully hungry, son. Go into the kitchen and help yourself." He hogged the food that lay on the table and ran out into the night with the club in his hand. He ran across the street and broke into the next house. As the family screamed in terror, he used his weapon on them. Why do you think his responses were so drastically different? He was a maniacal serial killer, yet did not hurt the old lady, while he hurt the immediate neighbors, because you are the fuel for other people's responses towards you. Since the old lady had no fear, the serial killer could not hurt her, while the ones who were terrified got themselves killed. Though this is an extreme example, the principle holds good in everybody's life. You attract events and people you fear.
Namaste. Let us see Sri Kalki's miracle for the day. I'm Mahashweta Bose from Kolkata, West Bengal in India. 2 years ago, I have been introduced to our beloved Sri Kalki. Then onwards, I have been receiving their blessings and miracles. Although I have shared few with everyone, I would say the utmost was with my 86-year-old widowed mother who often used to fall sick. She stayed with me in my home for some period, and occasionally she stayed with my sister too. Last year, we hired a nursemaid for taking care of my mother. It was well known to us that their service rates are quite high. My brother, being self-employed, was having problems in the COVID crisis and therefore was unable to send the money. The nursemaid wanted to take leave because of the damages at our home caused by Amphan cyclone. I received a call from the nursemaid center from where we hired her. They told us that they will come to collect the due amount on the very next day. The amount I calculated from last year's May was 1,20,000, whereas I had only 90,000 with me. Myself and my sister both are housewives and could not ask our husbands for our needs. I described my pain to Sri Kalki and surrendered unto him. Even though I had all the receipts intact until the last payment made in May last year, I lied to the center that I had lost all my bills. I requested them to calculate the amount due. Then I prayed wholeheartedly to my Sri Kalki to bring me out from this situation and save me. Miraculously, on the very next day when they came for collection, they told the bill was due from last year's August and the calculated amount was 86,000 only. My heart filled with love and gratitude to Sri Kalki for bringing me out of this trouble. I am taken care by my God like a child is taken care by a parent. Thank you.
Kalki Seva Sangha. Everyday Kalki Seva Sangha volunteers carry out various service activities across hundreds of locations all over the country. Every day we present one such activity. Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Bhubaneswar Sangha members organized a cleanliness drive program at Mahadev Chandrasekhar temple. Sangha members cleaned the surroundings of the temple to build a healthy atmosphere. The temple staff appreciated the efforts of the Sangha members and thanked them. Sangha members expressed their heartfelt gratitude to Kalki for being able to do such wonderful seva.
परम पवित्रे श्री भगवती परम पवित्रे श्री भगवती नम्यताये श्री भगवती नम्यताये श्री भगवती भगवान पत्नी श्री भगवती भगवान पत्नी श्री भगवती लोकदमाते श्री भगवती लोकदमाते श्री भगवती परम पवित्रे श्री भगवती परम पवित्रे श्री भगवती
Dina,